Parents, you must be careful who you allow your children around. That goes for family too. When was the first time you were exposed to inappropriate discussions of sex? I'll go first. I was about 11 or 12 years old. So I had this cousin who was about 8 to 9 years older than me. She had to have been in college. And she sat me and my sister down one day. My mom was at the house. She took us into another room and just casually started asking us questions like, oh, do you guys have boyfriends? Like, have you ever kissed a guy? Have you ever? And she asked us, had we ever had sex? I was 11 or 12 years old when she asked me if I've ever had sex before. Looking back at that now, I'm like, that's so appalling. Why would my big cousin ask me something like that? Like, why would anybody even suspect that of me? I wasn't that type of child. I don't think any child is that type of child, you know. It's a matter of them being exposed to things way too soon. And but she asked my sister and I that question, and at that time I had only kissed the boy, and it was one kiss. It was my first kiss, and I wasn't thinking about sex at the time. I was not. But that conversation introduced me to thoughts. Not only did she ask those questions, she began to share details of her encounters, of her oral sexual behavior. And she was teaching my sister and I how to perform oral sex. She said it was like eating a banana. That's the way she described it. Like, and then she told us about how she would wipe off the pre-ejaculation and continue to perform oral sex on this guy that she was seeing. This was a conversation she was having with a 5th and 6th grader. Family or not, you have to be around your kids. It's devastating to think about the innocence that gets stripped away from children when they're exposed to people that are not careful. They have no filter, and they will expose your children to things way beyond when they should be exposed to that. So drop it in the comments. When was the first time that you were exposed to sex? How old were you? And was it a family member?